Okay, a few more functions and we're almost done. Here we'll use a VLOOKUP to look up this tour code, and we can use a VLOOKUP here because the first column has this information as our lookup column, and we want to know the name of the tour. Equals VLOOKUP, and in this case we're going to look up this, and I'm actually going to use absolute cell reference. I'll tell you why in a minute. And my table is over here, VLOOKUP. We do not take headings, and the publisher named this table lookup table, so it's a little weird, so but comma, and here it's asking where our column index number is, or what column is our answer in. So it's in the 1, 2. We want to know the name of the tour, so number 2, comma, and it has to be an exact match. The tour code exactly has to find it over here, otherwise we won't get an answer. And I can click on that and hit enter. And I'm going to click back up here, and the reason I used absolute cell reference for H2 is because I'm going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use a VLOOKUP to find out what the depart date is for this same tour code. So instead of typing everything again, since it used the name of the table, I'm just going to copy this down, and I'm going to change the 2 to a 3 because the depart date is in the 3rd column of my table. So that made it a little bit easier. And for some reason this is not formatted as a date. That's okay. We can just come up here and choose date. Now we'll use the D average to find the number, I'm sorry, not the D average, the D count, database count function to find how many tours are less than $2,000. So we're going to D count. And we're going to select our database. This time we're going to select the headings because that is a database with the headings. And we want to look at the price field. So I can click on the price heading, comma, and our criteria is right here. It has the name of the column heading name, so that has to match, and then our criteria underneath. So we'll select these 2 cells and hit enter. And down here it's going to be very similar. We'll do a D average function to find out the average price of the Amazon tour. And I think I forgot a comma in here. Select our database, and here's my comma. And we want the average from the price field based on the amazing Amazon tour criteria. One more, index match. I know this is not on your sheet, but it's here in our workbook. You might have to open up this column a little bit, G. We will use the index match to find out the name of the manufacturer that sells a touchpad. And that's going to look like this. We'll start with our index. And we're going to, index our table. And then we want to match. And in this case, we can click on the cell here. And we want to match it. So now it's asking us for the match array. And it's going to be found right here. It has to be an exact match. If it doesn't find touchpad, then we're going to close this, add another comma, And our column index number, we want to know the name of the manufacturer, and that's in the first column of our table. So I'm going to type the number 1, closing paren. I'm sorry. The name of our manufacturer is in column 3, not 1. There we go.